Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today, I am bringing you my predictions for Impact Wrestling's Emergance show, which goes down tonight with a pre-show at 7:30, main show at 8 o'clock. That's right. We got a full night of pro wrestling. We got SmackDown, we got Rampage, and we got Emergence. Now, obviously, I do not predict the weekly shows because that wouldn't be fun. Maybe I'll cover it in a future. Maybe give a recap of certain matches I liked during the week. Although that's gonna take notes, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, Emergence should be a fun show. We got 2 pre-show matches. And it goes like this. So, first pre-show match, it's for the Digital Media Championship. God, I hate that. I hate the name of that title. As it's Brian Myers defending against Bhupinder Gujjar. Gujjar being a relative newcomer to the Impact roster. I believe this is his first title shot, so that's pretty fun. As for predictions, well, considering Cardona's getting a little healthier, I think we see him come back and cost Gujjar the title. So retaining it is Myers, but then I think he hands it back to Cardona, which I'm kind of all for. And next pre-show match, I wish this was on the main show. It's the Knockouts Tag Team title match featuring Ragnarok, Taya Valkyrie, and Rosemary, and being seconded by Jessica, the former Jessica Havoc, who is now taking a Susie/Sue Young approach to booking, and that she went to the Undead Realm. That's a whole thing to explain. I don't have that time. And she came out kind of cutesy. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. I think eventually we will see Jessica Havoc back. But for now, it's a little change of pace. And they are taking on Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo, VXT. This was a team thought up by Green and Purrazzo when they were both in NXT. And of course, Vince said no. So, yeah, now they're doing their thing here. And, ooh, this is tough to call because I like both teams. And Taya Valkyrie is really decorated at this point. But here's what I think is going to happen. I think Jessica Havoc is going to potentially get involved in this. And she is going to cost her team the tag team titles, which I think starts the separation of Ragnarok, although Impact is a little shy on Knockouts tag teams. So, we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep that like that. Next up, for the Knockouts title, I don't believe this is going to kick off the main show, but, you know, I'll predict it right here. We have Jordynne Grace defending against Mia Yim. This is technically Mia Yim's third shot, although the first couple came in like Ultimate X and Queen of the Mountain. So she technically hasn't lost yet, but I think this is her big opportunity to get the title. I want it to be on a little bit of a bigger stage, like maybe a Bound for Glory. But if she is going to be potentially moving, I would not be surprised if we see Mia Yim become a 2-time Knockouts champion. She was in Impact for a little bit with the Dollhouse, if you remember that weird crew. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go with that. Next up, singles match, and it's a AAA showcase, as we have 2 debuts for Impact. Bandito taking on Rey Horus. Um, of course, you know them from Ring of Honor. Bandito, former Ring of Honor World Champion, then defeated by Gresham. God, this is kind of an easy one to call. I think Bandito is getting the win. As much as I like Rey Horus, Bandito is going to be the bigger star, and I think he's going to get the big win. Next up, a tag team match playa. As we have Violent by Design being represented by Cody Deaner and Joe Doring. And I believe they're going to be seconded by Eric Young. Although we'll see about that. As they take on the team of Chris Sabin, not Alex Shelley, Kushida. That's right, Kushida making his way from New Japan and taking part in some and teaming up with Impact Original. He has teamed with Alex Shelley in New Japan in the past, the Time Splitters, which we're probably getting that team sometime soon. I think Sabin and Kushida get the win here. Then post-match, I think EY is going to have enough of his boys in Violent by Design. And he is going to kick them out, and he's going to bring in some new faces. Who may that be? I do not know, but I think it's a time for a little bit of a change for Violent by Design. Alright, next up, we got a singles match. Non-title, because, neither guy has a title. You have Steve Macklin, who has been on a freaking roll lately, taking on the returning. Well, he's been back for a little while now. Sami Callihan, the draw. Ooh. This is going to be a hell of a bout. Now, Macklin has his alliance with Moose now. It is a very loose alliance, like when Moose and W. Morrissey had their alliance. I could see something similar happening, but I could also see Moose costing Sammy and then Sammy getting some backup. I think that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go Moose costs Sammy. Post-match beatdown. Outcomes like one of an OVE member. Ohio versus everyone. Crew. So that should be fun. Next up, another singles match. This time for the X Division title. As we have champion Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Jack Evans. Now, Evans was slated for Ultimate X at Slammiversary, but he got hurt. Well, he didn't get hurt, but there was a scare at a show the week previous to Impact. He landed very, very hard on his face. And so Impact took some steps to be careful, not to exacerbate the injury, and now he's getting his shot. And as much as I like Jack Evans is a hell of a competitor. This is Mike Bailey's world, and we're all just living in it. Mike Bailey gets a big old W here. Ooh, next up, a 10-man tag team match playa. So we have the Bullet Club, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and the tag team champions of Doc Gallows are Carl Anderson, being joined by the big man, Hikuleo, are taking on Honor No More. That's Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, PCO, and Vincent. Now, there is some stipulations to this match. If Honor No More wins this match, they get a future tag team title shot. Taven and Bennett do. However, if Bullet Club wins, Honor No More must disband. So that is a couple of big stipulations. I don't think it's time for Honor No More to go away yet. Like, I know I've seen a couple people saying, I'm a little tired of them. I'm not. Like, I actually kind of really dig on her no more. So I think they're going to get the win here. I think they pin Hikuleo. And then maybe we see some new tag team champions from Taven and Bennett. And Fine Alamo, our main event of the evening for the Impact Wrestling World's Heavyweight title. You have the champion Josh Alexander taking on a bit of an idol of his in Alex Shelley, the other half of the Guns. Alex Shelley actually beat Chris Sabin recently in a #1 contenders match. And I will say, if you haven't seen it, go find it. It is fantastic. And apparently, Josh Alexander, when he was younger, saw an Alex Shelley match, and then that's how he got into wrestling. So, got into the business, not became a fan. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I do really like the dynamic of this match, and this is Alex Shelley's first Impact World Heavyweight title shot. It's been like 20 years, which is absolutely insane. This is a little tougher for me than I would have thought, because I like both these guys. Like, Josh Alexander has become one of my new favorites. Shelley is an old school favorite of mine. But end of the day, I think I'm going to go Josh Alexander here. And, we'll see where he goes. Maybe we'll see him defend at Bound for Glory. So that'll do it for that. Next up, I have a small little announcement. As you may have known, I have mentioned WWE a bit more in the past. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's because I have gotten back into it, and it's actually been a lot better lately under Triple H. So, going forward, I will be covering WWE a little bit more. Their next big show is Clash at the Castle, which is September 3rd. So that should be a fun one. Before that, my next predictions video is going to be NWA the 74th anniversary, which is way later this month. So that's going to be my next predictions. Then I'm going to do Clash at the Castle. Actually, that whole weekend is stacked. It's Clash at the Castle and All Out. So, we eating good that weekend. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I'm going to be covering WWE a bit more on this channel, and I hope you're all along for the ride. I hope you like this video, comment, subscribe. Let me know what match you're looking forward to tonight. Whether it's within WWE, AEW, Impact. Let me know if you're excited for the NWA show. Let me know what you got for All Out. And I shall see you next time. Peace.